this was a day. I got yelled at by my oncologist. Some of it I deserved, a lot of it I did not. And I got some extremely bad news. Doing your own research does not work. I do not know how to read scan results. And I got it out of her what stage of cancer I have. It is 3C. It is not 2. I don't care what OneDrive is doing. I wish that thing would go away. So, it's 3C. Tumors did not shrink. I went through 6 rounds of chemo and my tumors did not shrink. And she gave me this whole thing about that there was a window to do the surgery, blah, 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 blah. The reality was I had a MRSA infection and I could not have the surgery then. And she said I didn't follow her instructions. That is not true. I was sick. I had an infection. And she tried to downplay that, and that was not fair to me because I had a MRSA infection. I would have died if I had surgery with an infection like that. I did go on social media and I said some stuff about that doctor that was I painted her in a light that was unflattering, and I agreed to remove that social media post. So that part, she was fair to yell at me about that. The post was very damaging. That's fair. I deserve to get yelled at about that. Is it fair to penalize me by not doing surgery that I need to save my life? No, that's not fair. And I was basically told that's what the consequences will be for that. So I need to think about this. But I do need documents for my workplace, and I need to begin more treatment. So say goodbye to the eyebrows because the next step is some chemotherapy. She said that she will begin by scheduling me for 2 more rounds of chemo, and then we'll make a decision at that point. And to be honest, I do not think it's really a good idea for me to stay in this country much longer. Uh, Pursuant to a good outcome of my medical treatment. I was informed by my insurance carrier that they will no longer be offering that medical plan in the year to come. My prognosis is not good. I probably will not be. My chances of being alive next year are lower than my chances of being deceased next year, is what I was advised today at my doctor's appointment. That's following all treatment recommendations. That is not something anyone wants to hear. I was given the option of going into hospice care today. My stage is 3C. It is not 2, as I thought it was. It is 3C. I asked for specifics, I asked for prognosis, and I asked for why and how and all of that stuff. All of the things that I really should have been told a long time ago and was not. So, if I want to go into hospice, I can do it in the Netherlands and not have to work while I'm undergoing this really unpleasant medical treatment. I can not have to worry about struggling to pay rent, struggling to pay for food, struggling to eat, struggling to um, get to my doctor's appointments. You know, I can do all those things without having to struggle for everything. And the United States has the worst medical care system of any civilized. That's kind of an awful way to put it, because countries that don't have modern uh, conveniences, let's not call them uncivilized, but you know, the countries that are in the wealthy top 50 of wealth, the United States is right there at the bottom when it comes to health care. And I'm an insurance agent. I can't, I have health insurance and I can't get medical treatment for my cancer. I'm the one that knows how to get the stuff and I can't get it. I can't, you know, it took me this long to be able to get transportation to my appointments because I don't have Medicaid. I never qualified for it. I still don't. What's hospice, you know? And if I had said yes, I'll tell you exactly what that would have qualified me for. Medicare A, and pain drugs, and going on Social Security, which would have given me a big whopping payment of about $900 a month at this point in my life. That is not enough to pay my rent. It's nothing. Why would I want to do that? And that's just giving up on life. That's, that's if I agreed to give up on life. You know, so that's speaking as someone who has insider knowledge about how to sign up for medical plans, how to work that system, how to look for the best medical plans, and that is how I get treated. And all because I got a MRSA infection when I was supposed to be scheduled to have a hysterectomy. That is what I was told today because I had the audacity to get a MRSA infection from my port. The United States has horrible medical care. If you are contemplating moving to the United States from some other country, like, I don't know, South Africa, you know, I know people are moving here from that country. Don't come here. That is what happens. Um, the Affordable Care Act will end at the end of the year. I was advised that by Aetna. There will be no more private health insurance at the end of the year. To my knowledge, it's going away. And I, as someone who enrolls people in Medicare, have not been able to work doing that since the beginning of the year because it's going away. elderly people who we have a national health insurance plan for elderly people that's been around since the 1960s. It's going away. That's my career, and it's gone. They have me doing something completely unrelated to that where I work because nobody's signing up for it, and it doesn't pay anything near what I'm supposed to be making. And I don't care that I need to free up storage space. I wish that the computer would stop doing that. So, my prognosis is not good. And I want to say something about some family members of mine, specifically my compassionate nurse older sister who has ghosted me because she thinks I'm exaggerating. Big sis, if you see this, I'm dying. I'm not going to be around next year. That's not me exaggerating or making a big thing or whatever. That's what my doctor told me today. Hope you're happy. Go celebrate. I cannot even, the hypocrisy of that. You go in there to your job feeling so good about what a saintly person you are at your job and everything, giving everything for your patients, whatever they are. And your own younger sister is dying of cancer, and you want nothing to do with her. Why? Because you feel like I'm exaggerating. If you see this, I have a 30% chance of living past New Year's. So, that's really what is going on. I'm not making that up. That's what I was told by my oncologist, who is furious with me because of something that mainly I think because of something I put on a social media site, but I think also because I had to reschedule a surgery that was scheduled when I happened to have a MRSA infection. And I think the provider refuses to believe that I was sick. Refuses to believe it. And I'm not naming that provider, you know, I am not naming who that provider is or anything. Not saying who it was. I will remove the social media post that is in question. I need to have my FMLA paperwork, and I will remove the social media post. I did not say anything about any other staff members. And how my primary care physician chooses to deal with this from this point. I will advise them of what transpired today. That's up to them. So, I think I'm done talking today. I have a lot to process, and you know, I'm not getting any kind of emotional support from my immediate family, and that is a reality of what is going on in my life. I have some extended family that has been super, super supportive, and I could not have gotten through today without that family. Um, I want to move somewhere else. I don't like it in Florida. I really don't like it here. If I'm not able to go to the Netherlands, I at least want to move to another state. At this point, I've had it. You know, um, and I'm kind of expecting a phone call pretty soon from some other family, and I need to go. So have a good day, and I'm going to upload this before the battery dies on my laptop. So yes, I've been crying. And American Cancer Society did come through. There's a very nice guy that gave me a ride to my appointment. He drove me all the way to Orlando and back. Very nice guy. So and he actually had to put up with my moodiness after that appointment. I was very moody. He's very nice. So uh, I don't even know how to process this. I mean, what do you do when somebody tells you you're gonna be dead next year? How do you process that? How do you process it? And especially when that person is furious with you and accusing you of stuff that maybe like half of it is stuff you've actually done and the other half is stuff you did not do. And I wish my primary care doctor's office was open right now because I would like to speak with him. I've got a lot of stuff to do. I'm going to upload this and, you know, I'm going to upload it. I don't know who I'm going to share it with just yet. So have it. If you care about me, I don't know how good of a day you're going to have watching this. So take care and God bless.